Welcome to the 6th grade band concert. Tonight's concert will start with the jazz band. My name is Audrey Sakevich, and I play French horn in the Woodbury Jazz Band and Concert Band. We will begin the concert by performing Swing Chart Summertime. Summertime is an aria from the musical Porgy and Bess by George Gershwin. Porgy and Bess premiered in 1935 and became one of the most popular jazz standards. It is a lullaby performed by many famous singers such as Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, and more recently on American Idol by Fantasia. There will be improvised solos during this tune, so please hold your applause until the end. We hope you enjoy our performance.
Solo section. 1, 2, know, if that's the first time you heard the Woodbury sixth grade jazz band, I think, I told them, wait till you're ready to impress some people. They've actually only had 5 rehearsals, that's all we get. We rehearse it, we rehearse on Tuesdays, and we lost a bunch of Tuesdays in October and November, so every other week we kind of get together, and as long as they practice and they're working, they just do great. So, awesome job there. Even with when you hear, and you're going to be impressed with the 6th grade band as well, when you hear these guys playing. We've had 12 rehearsals since the beginning of the year. 30 years teaching, the first 25, we had band every day with the kids. I was teaching 7th through 12th, and I was so used to that. This once a week stuff is tough. So please make sure they have their instruments when it's time. So they have about 12 rehearsals and then 10 lunchtime bands, about 17 rehearsals. And I told a bunch of them, I said, in the first 3.5 weeks of school, I'm used to having 17 rehearsals. We have all kinds of them. So great job to the kids, great job to the jazz band. I'm just really impressed with what you're doing. Several of the kids study privately with some awesome private teachers in the area. And so thank you so much for all the work and practice that you do. All right, moving on. Sean, you?
Hi, my name is Sean Yu, and I play piano and jazz band and trumpet and concert band. Our final jazz tune this evening is Birdland. The term Birdland came from the nickname Bird, which was the nickname for the famous jazz saxophonist Charlie Parker. The piece was written in 1977 by jazz fusion band Weather Report. It was written in tribute to the nightclub named Birdland in New York City. We hope you enjoy our performance.
that's our life. Every morning, that's what we start the day with. And we love it, you know, and I gotta thank the kids. 30 years of teaching, and I still love going to work and working with them. It's a great group of young people. I'm gonna do Mrs. Katurba's talking points just real quick because she lost her voice. It's been nice, it's been quiet in the office. We've been doing a lot of work on it. So of course, thank you to our board members for supporting this awesome program that we have at Shaker. It's very unique. Hannah Mendelson's our Woodbury band rep. Lori Silver and Sharon Lowenkamp, our band booster presidents. Huge help to our program. They get us several things that we need to help the kids or help the jazz band, and they're just great to work with. Put a challenge out there. I did last year as well. If you want to know how well your kids are doing, then listen to the concert tonight and go home and YouTube 6th grade jazz bands, if you can find any, and 6th grade bands, and then you'll know like these kids are pretty awesome. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the concert.
Hi, my name is Amaya Harris and I play the flute. We will begin tonight's concert with the playing of the national anthem. The lyrics to the national anthem are based on a poem written by Francis Scott Key about the Battle of Fort McHenry. The poem was later set to a popular tune in America that actually had British origins. The United States Navy officially adopted the Star-Spangled Banner for the use in 1889. In 1931, President Herbert Hoover signed a congressional resolution making the Star-Spangled Banner the national anthem of the United States. Please stand for the playing of the national anthem.
Thanks very much. I'd like to introduce to you our principal at Woodbury, Mr. Danny Young.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be very brief. A lot of thank yous I want to give out. First off, to you all for sending us great kids. We're having a phenomenal year at Woodbury. I love being a principal there because of the wonderful kids, and we got a chance to hear them last week during the dress rehearsal, and they sounded amazing. And you guys even sound even better tonight. Congratulations on the wonderful concert thus far. You guys work so very hard at your craft. We can tell the time you spend in preparing for tonight's concert, and thus far it's been simply beautiful. Great job. Parents, can we give our band instructors and our music department a big round of applause? I'm always amazed. You've heard me say this last year, but I'm going to be redundant. I used to be the principal here at the middle school, and as you guys know, they have band here every single day, 5 days a week. At Woodbury, we don't have band every single day. They have to pull kids during the lunchtime band, and we do have it 18 to 20 sessions or something like that. It's just a bizarre number as to how they can make these kids sound this great. So big to-do and big applause for our band directors. We thank you for all the time and commitment you give to our kids. Miss Rashid is here too, our 6th grade assistant principal. She's out tonight. Sit back and enjoy the rest of the concert. Thank you, parents, for giving us great kids. Thank you.
Thanks again very much. Without our awesome administrators, we couldn't do what we do, so we thank them very, very much. I'm Joe Kulikowski, one of the band directors here at Woodbury. I also teach at the high school. One of the things that we have in all of our rooms that we teach in at Woodbury are this big poster called The Windows to Success. And the Windows to Success is just a kind of cool way that we use the Shaker window logo to illustrate growing in music, starting with level 1, the basics, learning your notes and your rhythms and all the really, fundamental things that are the first step. And then level 2, like really repeating it and learning it all the way through, all the way up to level 5, and that's playing artistically proficient. And, we use that to show the kids throughout the year, like, where are you guys on that window? Obviously, you start here, and then, hey, where are we at after 2 weeks? Where are we at after 3 weeks? And some of us are gotten up here quick, and some of us are down here and still working on it. But we always tell them, and the same thing I tell my high schoolers, look, it doesn't matter where you're at on the different levels as long as you're working to get better. I mean, even if you're at the top, you can always make things better. That's one of the cool things about music is like, hey, well, all right, you got this down, now try to add this. And it's been really cool to see what these kids are able to do to the music that they're playing in just the short period of time that we've had them. In the Shaker schools, there's over 1,200 students in the band program, top to bottom, 5th grade through 12th, which is pretty amazing. People that I know in other districts, band directors that are colleagues of mine, they just can't get over it. What an amazing, awesome program we have. The next step is going on to the middle school, and band director Mr. Adrian Picaro is over here. He's here if you have any questions for him. He's the head director here at the middle school. Feel free to come see him. He's got a table out in front. Introduce yourself, say hello, ask him anything that you want to ask him, and he'll be glad to help you. I also want to thank the kids here today that are doing double duty. The oboes and the bassoon players, the bass clarinets, bari sax, tubas, the percussionists in the back, and the jazz band kids that helped us out playing 2 concerts at once. Obviously, we need all the percussionists for both concerts. That's kind of an obvious one, and the specialized instruments too. So we thank those kids for doing double duty tonight. No, there is no doubling fee. All right, Sam, where are you at? Ready to get rolling?
Hi, my name is Sammy Gerber and I play the clarinet. Our next piece is Olympic Spirit. In 1988, the NBC Sports Division commissioned John Williams to create a new work for their coverage of the Summer Games that would capture the power and spirit of the Games. This coming January, the Winter Olympics will be taking place in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Here is Olympic Spirit.
Gianna Terrell. I'm obviously also one of the band directors here at Woodbury. I just want to briefly talk about our IB units. Mr. Kulikowski started talking about the Windows to Success, which aligns with our IB units and our essential agreements. These are consistent in the band department, grade 5 through 12. We really work hard to vertically align these and how we teach them to the students. We are really lucky here in Shaker, I hope everyone knows this, to have one of the best music programs in Ohio, which is why I wanted to work here. This is my 3rd year here, and I also am a band director at the high school, so I get to see the kids in 5th and 6th grade, and then I don't see them for a couple years, and I get to see them when they're like way taller than me, when they get to high school, and so I look forward to having you guys in marching band when you get to high school. We get to do all of this outside in the snow and rain and weather. Finally, I want to thank all of our administration, Dr. Robinson, Dr. Breeden, and Dr. Hutchings, and of course our wonderful principals, Mrs. Rashid and Mr. Young. They do so much for us, so thank you again.
How y'all doing? Hi, my name is Kai James and I play the trumpet. Our final piece tonight is called Arabia Dances. After a long day journey, the nomads set up camp for the evening. As the sun casts its final searing rays on the desert landscape, a campfire roars to life and the celebration begins. As the sky darkens, the festivities grow wilder and wilder until eventually 3 groups of revelers take turns dancing at the edge of the fire, each trying to outdo the other. Finally, the entire tribe joins, dancing wildly for hours until the campfire dims and morning grows near. Please enjoy Arabian dances.
begin concert number 2. So try to get out of here before you get run over by the next kids.